My question to you guys, where is home to you?
Home for me is a certain set of people.
Have you ever felt like a stranger in a place you've always called home?
Who would I be if I was in New York? If I was like in this huge, busy city?
You can have multiple homes.
Can you? Absolutely. I would like to think that we do.
So for me, if things are familiar, I'm home.
Mm.
If they are not familiar, I'm like, hey, yeah.
You're not home yet?
I'm not home yet.
And it actually makes me uncomfortable that you think like that. That's a disagreement.
What is fight to you?
Fight.
Welcome everyone to today's episode. We are doing it a little different because it is a filmed book club. And we actually thank Alex for the Setback platform. So today you will be with me as the host, Arlene. And we are talking about the book, The Sun Sets Everywhere, written by a female author, Burundian, Andrea Harahagazwe, who talks about a story of a phenomenal woman called Gracie. She starts off as a professional, thriving woman and goes down to a spiral of depression and mental health crisis. So I am with friends who read the book on this set, and we would like to start with the first part where each one of us, myself included, will pick a question from this bowl and then get to answer it. Later, we'll start with her question.
It is an excellent question. If you were to give a different title to the novel, what would it be? So The Sun Sets Everywhere is kind of a perfect title for me. It perfectly encapsulates what the book is about. But I was actually reflecting right before we started filming that it spans such a number of lives. I'll probably call it lifetimes. Mm-hmm. It's very basic, but yeah.
Okay, I'll go.
My turn?
Yes.
What's your favorite cover of the book and why?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is an easy one. My favorite color is white cream.
Okay.
Or cream white, if you want. Why? I think it gives me a softness, I would say. Okay, there are two colors, I think blue and I prefer this one because it gives soft. Yeah, that's the reason why. Thank you.
That's my preferred as well.
Hey, the two now.
Yeah.
Well, this is my preferred one.
Mm-hmm.
My question?
Yes.
In your opinion, what audience or readers do you think this novel will appeal to the most? I think it doesn't have a specific niche, but it's for everyone who's, of course, has a professional life, but also like trying to discover who they are, their faith journey, them as a person in society, and also just whoever loves Burundi, I'll say, loves home, which is Burundi for me. Yeah.
All right. We are now about to dive into the book. It's different topics, it's different chapters. It is very interesting, and we'll get to cover a few of the chapters in the book. We will read one or two passages from the book and then discuss, ask each other questions, respond to the questions from a personal standing point, sometimes referring to the book. So I'll start with a passage from Leita.
I actually got the page here. Gracie didn't know how to integrate and respond to that. As a Black woman, and an African at that, she had always encountered the pressure to adapt and bend her otherness to the expectation of the norm. She was taught early on to eradicate her accent, to straighten her hair and wear clothes that did not accentuate her form. That's it.
So the first topic is immigration. Okay. Have you all been immigrant? Okay, it doesn't have to be necessarily living in a country for a long time, like a long time, right? It can be visiting a new country that has a different culture, different lifestyle, different everything. But you, in that short amount of period, there were you had to adapt to a number of things, and it wasn't that much of an easy thing. So I'll go with whoever wants to.
Not that I'm answering, but I would say if you've been someplace more than 6 months, technically you've lived in that place. I feel like that qualifies you as an immigrant.
For being an immigrant. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. For having lived. Because I think the question is, what is your experience having lived somewhere else outside of where you were born?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Away from.
You think of immigration in general.
Yeah.
You have to
Without getting too political,
Like have lived in that country.
We're still asking the question. Can we now get the answers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're still trying to understand the question.
To unpack.
The question is, what do you think of immigration? Have you yourself been an immigrant? If yes, what was your experience?
And if no, what's your perception of it? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
I've lived someplace else, and it's very funny. The few first lines that I read of arriving on a gusty afternoon. It was a gusty afternoon as well, a Sunday afternoon, and I quite relate with it feeling almost like you watching your life from outside of your body, almost like it's an out-of-body experience, because you're looking around you and you're not recognizing the place, you're not recognizing even how the air smells, which is, and feeling that you're definitely not home anymore. Definitely being more conscious of my surroundings, of how I communicate, because it's not a given. You're not speaking to people that you have kind of a shared understanding of the context or everything, especially if it's a different language that is so I definitely do relate to even being someplace else without bridging into the whole this is another country, I'm from another ethnicity, another race, which I think the second passage kind of goes into. And maybe before I get a little too deep, let me
Okay. Building up on what Leta just said, I remember during, when I was traveling, right? I traveled with all my as in I had 3 suitcases and 1 backpack. And to give it a context, you cannot take more than 2 suitcases, morisuit, and then you're allowed to only have 1 suitcase with 10 kgs.
Carry on.
Exactly, as a hand luggage. And I had 2 of them. And they told me that I could not travel with the 2 of them. That when we were at 45 minutes of boarding, where I had to make 3 questions into what is it that I'm taking, what is it that I'm not taking. And you know that you usually take in your hand luggage things that you don't want to lose.
Yeah.
I had to take one, my backpack that I really loved, a few of my clothes, put them in the backpack, grab myself and put them in the trash.
No.
Yes. No,
Oh,
because I was in a foreign airport. They did not tell me that when I was here, right? And
I would be so upset.
you know, I think to me that was like, Alan, you're going in something completely new.
In foreign territory.
Exactly. And you need to get rid of unnecessary things, even if you don't necessarily love them. Another thing is now you get there. The main language is English. Here, you're commended for your good English, perfect
and
English,
then you go, you are
even.
lost.
And you go there, you cannot understand what they're saying.
No.
Okay, you could understand a few words, but the accent, the way of speaking, different accent exactly from different regions of the country. Like, excuse me, what did you just say?
yeah, you start questioning your
You
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, immigration.
And as for me, first of all, I love traveling, and before I travel, usually I imagine a place. I have this imagination thing, and most of the time, I will say what I have pictured it, and what I see is almost the same. So, like the passage of Gracie landing and seeing you, I can literally, but only like envision it. I can even smell the road or the, as you say, just the breath is, I mean, the air is different, totally different. Most of the time it's different, probably because you're coming from the plane and all that. But even the more you, like the next day, it's definitely different. Like most of the time, my first experience is, as you say, it feels like it's an out of body experience.
Yeah.
You try to find yourself. Even before you start searching for a road, you start like, where am I? Who am I? And there's those internal questions that you ask yourself. And I think that's even makes other people notice it. Let alone if you're going to a different country where they have different race and language. But let's say you are sitting with the same people, same race, you definitely stand out because the way you, I think the way you just carry yourself, that definitely will show. It's even how you walk. Like here, I'll say for myself, I'll say actually I'm more of like an immigrant in Burundi than, though I'm Burundian. So the first thing I noticed when I came to Burundi, everybody walks slowly. I'm like, are you guys not in a rush? Do you guys have do you have time? Yeah, you have nowhere to be. And then I had to slow down. But the thing is, it feels good. The difference just feels good in a way that you now consciously walk. Everything is conscious, whereas before it was just robotic, and you know the corner that you're going to pass through. So, as having the first experience of immigration, you have to become very like aware, like all your senses even become like
Alerted.
Heightened, yeah.
everything. If it's even, I'll give you an example of when I first came here. I could not believe kids could speak Kirundi. I'm like, wait,
Really?
kids do speak Kirundi. It's not only for grown-ups, right?
They speak.
That's the thing. I'm so used to another language to a point where I'm like, this cannot be. Even the people like the ones from buses, I'm a convoyeur.
Yeah.
You speak Kirundi? Because I thought Kirundi was such a
complicated language.
like
grown up.
Abashinga and Naida, the ones who speak Kirundi, and here everybody's speaking Kirundi.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm interested to know. You thought everyone else spoke what language?
that's the thing, because I was so young when I came back.
Okay.
I don't know. I did not I knew everybody spoke Kirundi, but now hearing
But it was not that real in your mind. Like,
now experiencing it's definitely
different,
different.
yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
even babies speak Kirundi.
Yeah.
I thought everybody's born speaking some other language and you learn Kirundi. But hey, you're the one who's different. So it's, all your senses are just alert, as you say. Then it's such a surreal experience and beautiful.
Yeah.
But it can be threatening.
Yeah.
Because you stand out. For someone who doesn't like to stand out, you definitely
You
stand
do.
out. You will definitely stand out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of being alert, it's funny because even the noises you are used to,
They're not there anymore.
they're not there anymore.
Yeah.
Or you find them like, you notice them like cars passing,
Oh.
cars honking. You were like, hey, I just
Car
with the car.
honks,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you were young in your country, but now you're like, hey,
Yeah.
you notice everything. So it's kind of
cars-
scary, but also
yeah.
funny, I think.
Yeah, cars driving from different direction.
Yeah.
You are lost. You're looking at the left. Oh, this comes from the right. I'm
Yeah.
not supposed to.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
first day feeling is really, it's really,
Yeah,
something.
you go to shops, like for example here, like the cheapest thing is 10,000, and then you see something else, like you go abroad and it's probably like 6 point what. And like this is so cheap, but
Yeah. Yeah.
come to switch the money or the currencies
Start
totally
converting,
different.
yeah.
You start converting it like wait, what?
I think, it's this thing of like consistently like translating your experience.
Yeah, from where you come from. Yeah.
Yes. And then now it's time to actually come back to your, as in Burundi, as your home. You kind of feel as a foreigner
Yeah.
because you had lived for an amount of, something different that you, at first, it was like an immigrant experience,
Yeah.
but you get used to it. You get used to everything, like life, how it presented itself on the other side. Now, when you come back here,
Yeah.
everything is
Actually,
You
please,
became
I
the
would love to
immigrant,
hear
yeah.
about that, especially when you're coming back now.
I think we're definitely going to touch on it.
Yeah, tell us.
We
yeah.
will.
Yeah.
okay. My experience was a shocking one.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the sense, first of all, I had gone for my studies, right?
Yeah.
Came back. I could not graduate like when I was still
Abroad.
but then I had to do my internship while waiting for now my graduation. But I remember coming back. First of all, there's this thing of, okay, for some people, I know it's easy to, when you get in a specific context, you speak the language of the place, right? That when you are with people who speak English, you speak English. When you are with Burundians, you speak Kirundi, without mixing languages.
Code switching.
I was not like that. I kept like mixing languages. Now, English being the language that I was used to speaking, I remember talking to my parents and I could not find words in Kirundi. And they would come in English.
Yeah.
And my dad would look at me.
Yeah.
They're like, hello, did you just forget the language?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for some, I don't know, maybe it gives this thing of attitude.
Yeah.
Maybe, or I wanted to go, as in I was going somewhere with my parents and I was wearing a top. Then they're like,
Appropriate.
not inappropriate, but change that.
Yeah.
You're no longer Mumahang.
Yeah.
Oh, back home, it is how you.
And then you'd be like, no, no,
Yeah.
Or,
anyways, would you describe, sorry to add, but would you describe the way you perceive Burundi coming back? Is it the same way, or you have now a different perspective of how Burundi is to you?
I had a different perspective on how social Burundi is, to a point you drown, like your own personality is drowned in the social aspect of Burundi. Because living in a place where nobody cares about you and you truly do not care about anyone but yourself, you get in touch with yourself to some extent. Like in terms of, what is it that I love? Okay, what are my values in the first place? And why do I have my values,
Yeah.
I went as a Christian and I still am a Christian, but I remember asking myself questions as, am I a Christian because truly it was my choice, or because I was built and, I don't know, raised into believing this was the way, And then you ask yourself questions of, what do I not do what I say I don't do? Is it because I don't want to do it? Or is it because I was, again, I don't know, programmé,
Condition.
conditioned,
Yeah.
to believe that I should do things, I don't know, You ask yourself, and then now coming back, you kind of have developed this thing of, this is me, you know? But then again, you're in a society where it's community, like it's community. Exactly. Yeah. And it's a community approach of living, where if somebody has if there's a wedding, we're all going to the wedding. If there's a Levede Day, we're all going to the Levede Day. If there is Urbanza, we all go and we are involved, and you see what I'm saying? And you're like, okay, I had from Monday to Sunday, my little life to think of, organize it. And then now you have to be in each and everything that I don't know. It was a readaptation, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In so many ways. But again, you manage, just the way you had to adapt on the other side, you have to adapt even here, Yeah, I guess life, it's a constant adapting to some extent.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Although I will say, as a last thought, the good thing that I really find in immigration, or just like really being somewhere else away from home, is the ability now to be someone new. Just like you said, like you're not that connected to tes repères. You're not that, you're not tied to home. You're not tied to this identity that was built by your environment, your surroundings. And there is in it a beauty that I kind of miss, of like, what would I be? Who would I be if I was in New York? If I was like in this huge, busy city? Like, you kind of get to choose what's important to you, who you want to become, and kind of make yourself into really who you want to be. I feel like there's no excuse anymore because nobody is expecting anything from you, really.
Yeah.
It's like nobody knows you. Nobody has like, expectations or maybe stereotypes, maybe a priori that they have on you. And I think there's a freedom in it that I really enjoyed back then. Yeah.
She glanced through the window. Several years had passed since the last she saw what she believed to be the smallest airport in the world, Aéroport International de Bujumbura. Not much seemed to have changed from the outside, except the fact that the white paint on the buildings, shaped like indigenous huts, seemed fresh. Buja, I don't know if I'm ready for you. Not like this.
She's coming back to Burundi. The place she calls home, but that is not.
She's not ready for
Mhm. It's home, but with, I don't know, a bit of experience from the other side. Okay, my question to you guys: where is home to you? Is it a place? Is it people? Is it, I don't know, where's home to you?
Home for me is a certain set of people. It's my two sisters. Mostly it's my mom. I think wherever I am, if it's with one or two or all three of them, I feel like that easily feels home. Then home can, like a new place can grow into home. But big emphasis on growing, because it takes quite a while for me to feel home without those people I talked about. Yeah, it takes a while. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to me, home, I would say is where things are familiar. Yeah. Whatever the place, if there is familiarity, like I can look into the room and I see something I'm used to, I'm safe. I'm home. But if everything is new, I'm like, well, I mean, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? I don't know for you if you share the same feeling, but every time I go into like relatives, I feel like I'm being grounded. Like,
No.
yeah,
Oof.
like not punished. Like you are your roots. You are being stable.
Oh.
Yes,
It's the good way
it's a good way.
of grounding.
Yeah.
Like you find you.
Other places you are like in there floating. You are there, but you are floating. I mean, when I go into my relatives, I feel like I can sit. I can,
I think I understand what you're. Okay.
Yeah.
It is when you get to know your relatives and your family better, you grow to love who you are or your roots as a family. Is it?
Yeah, and also there is this thing of you are reminded of who you are. Like you come back to your senses. You are no longer floating. So for me, if things are familiar, I'm home. If they are not familiar, I'm like, hey, yeah,
You're not home yet.
I'm not home yet.
I think what you guys say, again, I'm like, yes, it is, it is. And I don't want to sound cliche, but home is where my heart is. Because I can feel like a stranger sometimes in my own house. These are corners that I can go through and I can go through them blindly. But if my heart doesn't feel like it's at peace, it's where it is, I don't feel like I'm home. Again, as I said, love traveling and all. There are places that I've gone and I'm like, whoa, have I been here before? So to me, it's more of if I find peace in that place. And of course, peace is with people, is with the environment. And anywhere that I feel comfortable and accepted. So just where like Raisa goes and, okay, I can, even the language, by the way, does matter. But one thing, again, come back to my story. When I first came here, I never knew the feeling of not feeling home. I didn't know that all these years I was not home until I stepped here. Is that thing of relatives? Like, there's someone I can call an uncle, an auntie. I go Ruguru and this is my hometown. I didn't know that I lacked that because again, it's where my heart is. There's this yearning that my heart had that I did not know that it yearned for. So it's more of, all the above what you guys said, and also just where I feel accepted. My heart is at ease. Yeah.
I mean, I want to come back a bit on what you said, that where you feel comfortable and things are familiar.
Familiar, yeah.
Home. Do you feel, just to contextualize a bit, because Gracie is going back to Burundi and because she's lost her dad. And do you feel if something like that happened to you, you would lose that sense of familiarity? Because I don't think you get familiar with death. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to challenge your notion of home.
Well, familiarity is more of, I guess, the experience you had with it.
Of salt in it. Have you ever felt like a stranger in a place you've always called home?
Yeah.
What I was saying.
Yeah.
For me, no. No, yeah.
For me, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What made you feel that way? What was the shift? This has been home and then now it feels like a strange place.
Same thing as for Gracie.
Yeah.
Death.
Oh.
Especially if it's someone, because I lost my dad. That was part of the things I call, that was part of home. And that's the only place I had lived. But at night, in the evenings, those were so, like, even thinking back, they were almost like I was visiting someplace else. Like, I'm just gonna go home to something else. Yeah. This is not it. Basically, like, I struggled with the reality of this home now being different.
Yeah.
I had not moved. The rest of my home was still with me, but it's still, it completely felt so foreign.
So would we say home changes? Doesn't necessarily, it's not like one thing
Yeah.
of all your life. Like, with experiences, home, what feels like home changes?
It has to change. It has to change, because denying it to change is kind of, I feel like you're setting yourself up in some way, because with life, you're meant to move. You're meant to lose people, you know? And I feel like you deciding, it's almost like, oh yeah, like there's only one soulmate for a person. It means that you kind of forego the idea that you will ever feel home again, because maybe something has happened to your notion of home.
Have you, like, in that context where you now have lost the home you've always called home, have you, again, in that confusion, found this one thing or two things that again would make you feel like as if your heart is being comforted in one way or another? In two, there might be this whole chaos all around, but at least I have this as an anchor that grows into becoming now home. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah.
But to be very, very honest, that to me, it's what I said, like, a place grows into becoming home, like grows into home to me. Like, it doesn't, in the moment, I think losing home is too big of a shock for me to feel like I even have a grip somewhere. Like, I think that's the essence of the word. If you lost home,
You lost yourself.
yeah, you kind of lose like your roots. And to me, it's more of a process than actually taking a step back and being like, okay, I can hold on to this. I can still call this my home. No, at that moment, I really felt displaced. Displaced. And it can be a multiple year type of thing, depending on how you manage.
And would you say you can have multiple homes?
Can you? Absolutely. I would like to think that we do.
Yes.
I would like to think
It's
that
not
we
only
do.
one place that makes you feel home.
Yeah. It's definitely not a place. It's definitely.
Well, I think I would say maybe yes, but I think those homes must have things that are common. Like, they couldn't be two extremes, and I think there are things traits you find common in those homes. Maybe, I don't know, that's what I think, because if they're extremely different, it would be like split it into two.
Yeah.
Asher understood the language of passion and dreams, while Abekele's values gravitated more around duty. Their friendship was type cemented by years of sheer presence in one another's life, like blood sisters. They loved each other deeply, but fought like cats and dogs more often than not.
Yeah, could never be me. Could never be me.
You and your sister are always nice.
No. I mean, we fight, but friendships with fights or any relationship, really.
But can you live without though? That's how I think a relationship to some extent you change.
You can disagree. disagree all you want.
And not fine.
Fight.
What's the difference now?
So disagreeing is I'm having maybe I'm going on a rant. I have this crazy opinion. And
Yeah.
yeah, you have a different one, or it actually offends you. Let me just take it to the extreme. It offends you and you're like, okay, I don't think that's right. Or this is how I think. And it actually makes me uncomfortable that you think like that. That's a disagreement.
What is fight to you?
Fight, I feel like it gets a bit nasty. Like,
Gotcha. Yeah.
Names.
you're screaming, maybe you're using the wrong tones, maybe you're being petty with each other.
Withdraw as well.
Yeah. Another thing also to say is that I'm very anti-confrontational. Like,
Yeah.
if I can.
But don't you think that is even a sort of fight?
unhealthy.
If you are, if the withdrawal, it's also.
I think
Maybe if you don't want to go nasty, you're like, phew, bye, you won't see me again.
Or it depends on people's personality.
yeah. I think
Because there are those who prefer.
I
to
felt by
fight.
this time
Yeah.
I've grown into being more comfortable with
Confrontation.
confrontation, fighting productively.
Yeah.